Hi, how you guys doing? Why don't I kick it off?
Go for it.
Alright, cool. Hi, how you guys doing? This is Victor Juri, technical architect from Ayantek.
And I'm James McNamee, a solutions analyst consultant with Ayantek.
Alright.
We're going to actually talk to you about something that I'm sure you're sick of right now, but it's the political ad campaigns. So just when you're sick of all the TV commercials are getting fire hosed with ads, guess what? There's more coming in the next couple of weeks.
What everybody's talking about.
Yep. So actually we wanted to share some interesting stuff. And this is kind of starting to talk about like the actual digital landscape and how campaigns are leveraging this space to
Get the word out.
Get the word out, awareness, whether it's young voters or just doing what everybody is involved with on a daily basis. So according to an analytic group called Moat, looking at the Obama campaign versus Romney, and this is in terms of display advertising, which Victor is actually familiar with, which we'll get into in just a second.
Yep.
The Obama campaign has a 93.3 share of voice in terms of display, where Romney comes in with the 6.7. And that's actually taken across 20,000 publishers. And I took a look deeper, and the top 5 properties for each candidate are as follows. Obama's ads have shown up the most on the New York Times, Roadrunner.com, Oprah.com, Reference.com, and Yahoo. Mitt Romney shows up the most on AOL, Roadrunner.com as well. And then there's 3 very curious ones, which I actually start to question about if somebody's monitoring this, if it's done on purpose, or if they just don't care. Chow.com, which is a recipe site, GameSpot, which is a gaming site, and then Max Preps. Have you ever heard of Max Preps?
No.
I didn't either. I looked into it this morning. It's a high school sports property.
Huh.
3 very strange properties
So
for
those
political
last
ads.
2 are really kind of targeting the very young audience.
Possibly, yeah, and that could be on purpose, but I'm not sure. But concerning the time frame between September 1st and October 14th, the amount of creatives that were pushed out was 497 from the Obama campaign to Romney's 90. But there's actually evidence of both campaigns using audience and data targeting. Specifically, Obama's campaign had a 30%. Though people identified 30% of the ads had Yahoo's genome tags attached to it. So
Gotcha.
they're trying to keep track. But even the tags are pretty close, like 194 to 116 or something like that. But the reason why we said that there's going to be more of these ads coming across your screens, whatever screen you're on, reputable ad network called Collective mentioned that the time frame from the beginning of September through the first week of October, there's a 7-fold increase in spending. And AOL confirms that too with a 30 to 40% lift. So a lot more display ads are going to be coming your way prior to actually checking off the box of who your candidate is. But I wanted to actually ask you, because you're familiar with some of these ads for one of these campaigns.
That's
and I was just
right.
curious, like the styles or what they were actually looking for when they came to you.
Yeah, so I mean, typically, they want to do either skyscrapers or, the ones that go on the top or the little square ones. So really they do a variety of different sizes that are going to fit in different pages and different locations on different pages. So, they usually target between 6 and 7 different sizes. They're usually flash ads that have animation and interactivity, and they react to your mouse. So you mouse over, and then it loops through another section and all that sort of stuff. So for the most part, they're interactive, so that they can portray more of a message.
Animate those messages, get your eye. Yeah,
that's right.
And taking that a step further, Google actually got into this game as well, and they offered an ads toolkit called 4 Screens to Victory. And what that allowed is, for folks or people that are volunteering in campaigns or third parties that they might be using or whoever, they can leverage AdWords, but then they can also use other tools, whether it's search, mobile, the content network for more display ads outside of networks. And then in July, they provided the ability to target U.S. zip codes specifically. And what this actually helped campaigns to do was focus on those specific districts. And that gets really convoluted. So that was a pretty interesting arena too. And then just to kind of wrap up the whole thing, not just display, social. So social media, which Victor recently presented with Blue Wave at an event.
Yep.
And Obama's no stranger to this. We saw what he's done in the
That's
past.
right. I mean, you know, kind of groundbreaking for a campaign to start doing that last kind of campaign. So
Yeah, and specifically, I mean, in July 2011, he was the first president to tweet live
Yep.
and did a town hall type of Q&A.
Yep.
But I think Jack Dorsey was feeding the questions live,
Yep.
like they were sitting there in front of a screen. They also did a town hall meeting in the online jobs forum with LinkedIn.
Yep.
Facebook headquarters with Zuckerberg.
That's right.
They did the whole Q&A with that too. And then most recently, we were just talking about this before we hit the
Reddit.
record button, Reddit,
Yeah.
crashed the servers a few times. He just did a surprise AMA, which is Ask Me Anything,
Yeah.
thread series that they do with some personality.
That's one of the wonderful things about the Obama campaign is how they embrace these new technologies,
Yep.
and they go where the people are. I think that's great.
And even outside of President Obama, his wife Michelle Obama was, if you go and check her out on Pinterest,
Yeah.
she promotes what she's doing, and not only that, it's a good lifestyle play too, because that audience skews toward female,
Yeah.
and it shows a day in the life or what program she's doing or what she's getting behind, and that's just more exposure using
Yeah.
those channels.
And more
appropriately.
information for the public.
Yeah, and it's actually, we shouldn't be surprised that the Obama campaign's doing this, because it's well documented that they do a very good job of raising funds
Yep.
and organizing online. And they actually opened up a secretive tech field office in San Francisco last winter.
Huh,
Volunteers
interesting.
at Moonlight to do this stuff. But
Very interesting.
if there's one thing to leave everybody with, and from Google, who shared this, Google Shopper Sciences specifically, they shared that voters use an average of 14.7 sources of information to help them make a decision on who they're going to be voting for, and they're connected to multiple devices throughout the day. So whether you think campaigns should be in the social space or not, that's where everybody is.
They have to
So, exactly.
They kind of have to be.
So, even though you're sick of ads, and you're getting fire hosed with stuff on the internet,
Expect more, huh?
there's a little more coming, but it'll be over soon, in a few
Yeah.
more weeks. But thanks for your time. I'm James McNamee.
I'm Victor Juri.
We're with
Thank you.
Ayantek.com, and we approve this message.
I love it. That was great.